Let's work together, for Christ's sakes. I'm willing to put Spotsylvania behind us if you are.
While.
I'm willing to put Spotsylvania behind us if you are. Not a yes.
But it's better than a no.
Any pugilist worth his salt knows when someone's on the ropes.
Pugilist.
Any pugilist worth his salt knows when someone's on the ropes.
As long as our energy prices rise, they have the leverage.
Why don't we offer nothing? Move toward attrition.
Attrition.
Move toward attrition.
As long as our energy prices rise, they have the leverage.
Why don't we offer nothing? Move toward attrition.
If China doesn't show at the refunding auction,
Refund.
If China doesn't show at the refunding auction,
Chinese don't like carrots. Let's see how they like the stick.
Well, what might that look like?
We could raise inspection rates on foodstuffs.
Foodstuff.
We could raise inspection rates on foodstuffs.
These sort of tactics don't solve the immediate problem. When people are paying triple the standard rate for electric, we'll hit a 5-fold increase by August.
August.
We'll hit a 5-fold increase by August.
The richest of the rich? How's that going to play?
We're dealing with a national crisis. We can't get sidetracked with public opinion.
Sidetrack.
We can't get sidetracked with public opinion.
All right, draw up a request from the Defense Department.
Yes, sir.
Linda, draft the executive order. And Kathy, make sure we have a third-party conduit to...
Conduit.
And Kathy, make sure we have the third-party conduit to...
Or are they going to see them for what they are? Proof of your obsession with Miss Barnes and a ludicrous conspiracy you have concocted to...
Concoct.
And a ludicrous conspiracy you have concocted to... Your client pleads to 1 count under Section 8 for breaking into a data center, 1 count for fraud, for stealing password from the Herald.
Herald.
1 count for fraud, for stealing password from the Herald.
I'll introduce the president, then he'll introduce you. If he's there, we can't mention the military. Just the endemic problem nationwide. Of course.
Endemic.
Just the endemic problem nationwide. Of course.
You trying to send a message? Perhaps. Which is? That stubbornness is far more costly than obedience.
Stubbornness.
That stubbornness is far more costly than obedience. You're on the wrong side, Remy.
Yeah, well, one of us sure is.
And when the bumblebee flew home,
Bumblebee.
And when the bumblebee flew home, and he's got his worm friend, and his mouse friend, and his spider friend, and his snail friend, and
Snail.
and his spider friend, and his snail friend, and
It's too hot out here for you to be doing this, Francis.
I'm keeping hydrated.
Hydrate.
I'm keeping hydrated. Most, except Raymond's company and a couple of others. Lakeport Nuclear, Wolf Springs. Now, I can't prove it, but I am absolutely sure they're colluding.
Collude.
Now, I can't prove it, but I am absolutely sure they're colluding.
Thank you. You're shameless.
Shameless.
You're shameless.
That's it? You abandoning me?
No, I'm buying the next round. I can't accept gifts from the audience without reciprocating.
Reciprocate.
I can't accept gifts from the audience without reciprocating.
You get outside a couple hours from now on that pavement, fry your damn dick off from 3 feet below.
Dick.
Fry your damn dick off from 3 feet below.
We don't need Congress to activate the Regulatory Commission.
But a price-fixing review? That would take months.
Again, it's the threat, not the actuality.
You know,
Actuality.
Again, it's the threat, not the actuality.
He'll
Again, it's the threat, not the actuality.
employ the same logic. Draw it out. Fight back with appeals.
But he'll have to divulge his accounting if first.
divulge, divulge,
But he'll have to divulge his accounting if first. I'm the President of the United States.
We can't devolve to a pissing contest.
devolve, devolve,
We can't devolve to a pissing contest.
2 minutes with the President. Tuss may be back in his good graces. I need to disrupt the nuptials and prevent a second marriage.
Nuptial, nuptial.
I need to disrupt the nuptials and prevent a second marriage.
And you're there to be of help to her in any way you can.
You don't think that's a little, I don't know, brash?
How?
brash, brash,
You don't think that's a little, I don't know, brash?
How?
You've reached the Skorsky residence. Leave a message after the beep.
beep, beep,
And leave a message after the beep.
We need to invite a full frontal attack, then hold the line.
frontal, frontal,
We need to invite a full frontal attack, then hold the line. We can't avoid the battle, but we can choose the battlefield. Set up a meeting at the White House. We'll intimidate him with formality.
formality, formality,
We'll intimidate him with formality.
I don't know, 8 or 9 times maybe? And then he stopped after a while.
Did he mention anything about Hieronymus Bot or Gavin Orsay?
but,
Did he mention anything about Hieronymus Bot or Gavin Orsay? Did he mention anything about Hieronymus Bot or Gavin Orsay?
You know, I think I should talk to a lawyer.
Right now, you're not suspected of being an accomplice. If you
accomplice, accomplice,
Right now, you're not suspected of being an accomplice. We also need you to speak with Tom Hammerschmidt.
You know what, please, can you just keep me out of this? I had nothing to do with the hacker or the...
hacker, hacker,
I had nothing to do with the hacker or the...
I asked you personally to convince Garrett to pull back from China. You personally chose not to. You personally sabotaged the summit.
sabotage, sabotage,
You personally sabotaged the summit. I have never once personally advised the cabinet to push me up against the wall. Do not try and spin me, Frank. I am too old to tango.
tango, tango,
Not try and spin me, Frank. I am too old to tango.
Then I'm the vice president now, Raymond. I don't cry over what happened in kindergarten.
You're vice president because I vouched for you.
Because
vouch, vouch,
You're vice president because I vouched for you.
Because
Thank you very much. Where's the mascot?
mascot, mascot,
Two of my plants offline tomorrow for unscheduled maintenance.
Why? Which ones?
Georgia and Tennessee. This blackout has put a great deal of stress on them.
blackout, blackout,
This blackout has put a great deal of stress on them. My engineers are concerned about the seals on the fuel rods.
So we're looking at outages on the southeast grid too?
Could be.
outage, outage,
We're looking at outages on the southeast grid too?
Could be.
give them one. Do not bend to Raymond Tusk.
pubic, pubic,
Our versions of that no longer align.
You are on the verge of making an irreversible mistake, Mr.
Irreversible. Irreversible.
You are on the verge of making an irreversible mistake, Mr.
Oh, Jesus Christ, you scared the shit out of me.
Are you supposed to take the Lord's name in vain like that?
Vain. Vain.
Are you supposed to take the Lord's name in vain like that?
Ace. Ace.